Good morning, everyone, on really one of the most exciting days in the history of the Kennebec Valley region. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our wonderful celebration of our groundbreaking this morning. My name is Scott Bullock, and I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer of MaineGeneral Health. And I would like to welcome all of you to this celebration. There are so many dignitaries here today that it would not really be appropriate for me to try to start listing them, because at some point you'd fall asleep and someone would say, he never got to my name. I'll weave a few into my story, but I just want to start by saying that there are representatives of Waterville, Augusta, our congressional delegation, our legislators, the Harold Alfond Foundation, the Maine General Health Board, and many, many, many people who have made this day a reality. And we're going to try to give you some insight into the partnerships that it's taken to get to this point this morning. So thank you for coming, and I appreciate you being here to celebrate the virtual groundbreaking of our new regional hospital and our comprehensive care outpatient service center. It's been a long journey with many obstacles to overcome, but in the end, well worth the effort. I'd like to take a minute to reflect on some of the milestones that have brought us here today. It took a year, but we got state approval of our certificate of need. We sold our bonds in July, despite these tough economic times. And last month, we secured the final piece of funding necessary to build the access off of Interstate 95, which will not only benefit our hospital, but spur economic development in the area. We couldn't have done it alone. It took the combined efforts of many of you here today. First and foremost, MaineGeneral Health's Board of Directors. Since our inception in 1997, we have had equal representation from the greater Waterville area and the greater Augusta area. We are a melding of this region, and our board has always looked at the needs of the entire region. So our board chair, Young Bob Martin, we like to call him, and our vice chair, Bill Sprague, are here today, and I'd like to recognize Bob and Bill and the entire MaineGeneral Health Board for their leadership. All of the key votes through this last 9 years have been unanimous, and I think that's a testimony to the fact that our board puts the people's needs of this region first and foremost. We also have many local, regional, and state partners. Dana Sennett, the mayor of Waterville, and Bill Stokes, the mayor of Augusta, are here this morning, and we really, really appreciate that. The federal government and all of our congressional delegations are represented here this morning, our employees, and many philanthropic partners. Thank you for your perseverance, your dedication, and your willingness to share our vision. Harold Alfond also shared our vision, a vision for regionalizing health care in the Kennebec Valley. The Harold Alfond Center for Cancer Care was the first step in developing a regional model for health care. It is a shining example of just what we can accomplish by coming together, by combining resources, by consolidating staff, and by consolidating care. It was a road we started down in 2004 when our board determined that it was the best way, and in fact, the only way to keep healthcare services in our region today and for years to come. A little less than a year and a half ago, we were back here for a very special announcement from Greg Powell, chairman of the Harold Alfond Foundation. He called the foundation's commitment of $35 million to build a new state-of-the-art hospital and comprehensive outpatient care center at Thayer, another in a series of big steps forward for healthcare in Maine. But beyond the unparalleled generosity, to me, the Foundation's commitment to the project is a very tangible validation that the road we chose is the right one. And today, as we stand here and see the work already underway, our dream is truly becoming a reality. There are a number of members of the Alfond Foundation and Alfond family and Lunder family here with us today. I want to particularly thank Bill Alfond, Harold's son, Susan, his daughter, Larry Pugh, a member of the Foundation Board, Robert A. Martin, Young Bob's dad, and Peter and Paula Lunder, and especially a person who has been a member of both the MaineGeneral Health Board and the Harold Alfond Foundation Board, and that's Harold's youngest son, Peter Alfond. Peter, thank you for everything you've done. This morning you are going to hear about some other partnerships with our contractors, our architects, our designers, our staff, and our patients, working together to bring this to reality. And you'll learn firsthand what this means to our region and our state in terms of the economic punch it will deliver, the hundreds of jobs it will create, the new construction technology it will bring, and the training that goes along with it that will give Maine workers even greater skills to compete now and into the future. You will also hear from Greg Powell and from Mark Johnston, who is once again leading the capital campaign to raise money for this project. I'm going to turn this over now to our team of architects and contractors. I'd like to introduce Ellen Belknap, the SMRT principal leading the design of the new hospital. As president of SMRT, Architects and Engineers, Ellen leads the healthcare practice. As you'll hear from Ellen, she and her team have played a key role in many of our projects over the years, including the Harold Alphons Center for Cancer Care. Ellen and her colleagues now, I believe there are 5 of them, are going to rise and join us on the stage, and I'm going to exit stage left. So thank you, Ellen.
Thank you, Scott. We are celebrating the hard work of so many people today. It's an enormous honor to be here. Speaking for the entire design team, thanks to MaineGeneral for your commitment to this community, your vision and perseverance to make this project happen. And thank you for your confidence in SMRT, allowing us to contribute to making your vision of the very best in healthcare a reality. MaineGeneral's choice to buy local architecture and engineering services has allowed SMRT to remain stable and grow in the midst of a long and deep recession, which has been a great strain on our industry. SMRT provides architecture, engineering, and planning services across the Northeast, but our largest project is right here in Augusta, Maine. What does it mean to buy local? Since 2000, SMRT has completed over 150 projects for MaineGeneral. That's 78,000 hours. That's 10 to 15 people a year who can be home with their families every night and not on airplanes and hotel rooms across the country. For me personally, working on this project is a gift, a passion, and a privilege. I did not become an architect to design second homes for people. My passion is healthcare architecture because in some small way, it makes a difference. If SMRT can make it easier and safer for patients to get to the bathroom or sleep well because their rooms are quiet and have a day bed where family members can spend the night, then we have contributed to healing. If SMRT can make it so that people can nurses can easily access supplies and save their backs because each room has a patient lift in it, or they have rooms to take a break in and decompress from the emotional demands of their day, then we have contributed to healing. If we can design operating rooms equipped for the next generation of procedures with flexibility to add new technology, then we have contributed to healing. Throughout our design process, we have been guided by our manifesto for patient-centered care. For patients and families, we replace fear with confidence, pain with relief, uncertainty with explanations, powerlessness with control, waiting with efficiency, institutional with home-like, isolation with partnership, and inconsistency with best practice standards. On a personal note, many members of my extended family have lived in Augusta for generations. When the Harold Alphons Center for Cancer Care opened, I knew it would not be long before one of my family would receive care there. And indeed, last spring, my mother-in-law, Lou, was treated here. Despite how very sick she became, she would always comment to me about this incredible site and how much she appreciated the views and the gardens. This past June, Lou was cared for by the MaineGeneral hospice team in her very last days at Granite Hill. The care she received from this team was a huge gift to our family. As we know, healthcare is about appropriate care at all life stages. Strong, Trusting partnerships make a huge difference in any major undertaking. SMR teamed with H.P. Cummings and TRO Jung Brannen initially for the design of the Harold Alfond Center for Cancer Care, and we're fortunate to continue this collaboration for this new hospital project. TROJB brought a wealth of expertise in healthcare planning and programming to the team. They have more than doubled our capacity to deliver this project, allowing us to compress the design schedule by more than 6 months. I'm so pleased that Steve Evers, my counterpart at TROJB, is here this morning to share some remarks with us today.
I definitely want to thank Ellen. She has been an unwavering ambassador for our design team, and I think for the MaineGeneral team. It's a real collaborative process of owner, architect, and builder that we are all part of. I think of Ellen as a partner for my own firm. I don't see myself working for one firm and her another. I definitely feel as though we are in this together and in this with MaineGeneral. We're leading about 70 design professionals as well as a multitude of expert consultants from all around the country. We've been working on this project since its inception. We started the CON process, actually came up with a conceptual design in that phase, and now we're planning the detail work, the exterior, the interior, and of course getting ready to execute with the building team. TRO Jung Brannen is extremely proud to be part of the design history of MaineGeneral and the Kennebec Valley. Dating back to 1951, when my predecessors designed the Thayer campus in Waterville, and coincidentally, H.P. Cummings, the same contractor we're working with today, built that building. Well, I've been at TRO Jung Brannen for more than 35 years. At that time, my greatest connection to healthcare was being born in a delivery room. But I'm truly grateful that my firm was there for you, and in fact that that building is still there for you. We returned to Maine in 2002 to look at the opportunity to consolidate your multiple campuses with you, and that timing was not right, but it was right for you to purchase this property and to build the Harold Alfond Center for Cancer Care. On that project, TRO Jung Brannen collaborated with SMRT, H.P. Cummings, and we created an award-winning building that became the inspiration for the project that we are celebrating today. On a personal level, the opportunity to create relationships which yield great results in the design world is the reason I love what I do. The team's success on the Cancer Center and connection to this wonderful Maine community is what allows me to stand here today to help you create a project which will be used for generations to come, much like the Thayer building has been in the past. That continuity with our past and our roots here in Maine, both personally, are gratifying to me, and it speaks to the importance of heritage in New England. For the firm, being part of an innovative project that changes the way that we do our work and contributing to the learning that will ever change my profession is very exciting as we can offer the best available to healthcare providers in this triumvirate of architect, builder, and owner. The continuity of our previous work with SMRT and the complementary individual talents that have created strong and trusting partnerships supports our passion to create true healing environments for those who use the buildings we create. Our expertise and creativity has been enhanced by the splendid pastoral site that was formerly a farm, by the local knowledge, and by the project team's aligned commitment to excellence assembled to represent you on this project. The design result will truly be your hospital, and as interpreters of your dream, we are privileged and honored to be supporting you. With that, I'd like to welcome Steve Wiley. He's a member of our integrated team and one of the senior project managers for Robinson Morton and H.P. Cummings, the joint venture. Steve and the construction team have set the bar on collaboration and partnership. He's here with his counterpart, John Scott, to share some remarks. Thank you.